Om Shanti to all. Welcome to the pranayam class. Let's start the session with the little prayer. So keep your back neck straight, align, gently close your eyes. Keep your palm on the knee. Now very slowly bring your awareness towards the natural breath, how the breath going in and coming out. Be aware of your natural breath. Now, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation. Deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Keep inhaling and exhaling for a few seconds. Now, take a deep, very slow, long breath for the Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration, feel the sensation. Join your both palm, rub your palm, place on your eyes. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm. Gently open up your eyes with a great smile. Om Shanti. So in previous session of the pranayam, we discussed about the Shitli pranayam, the Shitli pranayam, the cooling breath. We talked about it. We talked about it, the benefit of it, and the precaution and the technique. Now today, the same technique in the different version, like slightly different version of the Shitli pranayam that called Shitkari. I'll write it for you. Shitakari pranayam. So Shitakari pranayam. So Shitakari pranayam, it means hissing breath. Another in English we call hissing breath. You make certain kind of sound, hiss kind of sound. Hiss sound is of, the snake sound. When snake is about to, uh, about to touch you, about to, come into the human being contact, he make the sound, his sound. So same kind of sound you're making while performing the Sitakari pranayam. So another name, hissing pranayam, it has another name of it. The benefit is more similar to the Shitli pranayam. These both pranayam having the similar benefit. Both pranayam should not, it should be, immediately cooling down your system. So it's very good if you have mental disorder, right? It brings you the peace immediately to your body, to your mind. If you have, heat in your body, that is a good kind of pranayam one has to practice. During the summer, these two pranayam is the best pranayam. Immediately cool down the temperature of the body. So very good when somebody is having the fever. These two pranayam is very good when you practice, especially when there is a high fever. But understand, the fever should be without cold. They should not be cold, right? If you're getting the cold plus fever, it means you shouldn't be practicing the Shitli and Shitkari pranayam. And it's also, you get the benefit when you have the ulcer in your mouth, any balls in your mouth, throat and tongue. It's good for the digestion and maintain the, heat of the spleen also. And very good, these two pranayam is very good in the high blood pressure. Yesterday also I talked about it. It's reduce the emotional excitement and mental tension. So best in the depression. But yes, there's a slightly precaution one has to follow. If you have kapha problem, kapha, kapha prakriti, people could not be practicing the Shitli and Shitakari pranayam. So if somebody is having kapha dominant prakriti, it means they could not be practicing the Shitli and Shitkari pranayam. The symptom is what? They're having the cold feet and cold hands. Remember I talked about it. If kapha dosh is increased, symptoms, cold feet, cold hands, cold, they get frequently cold, sinus problem, cough issues, throat infection, these problems they will get. So if kapha is imbalanced, they shouldn't be practicing. But if somebody is having the pitta related problems or vata related issues, vata dominant, somebody is having the pitta dominant and the vata dominant in the body, so Shitli and Shitkari pranayam is very good for them. And Shitli and Shitkari pranayam also good for gaining the weight. Those who are cannot able to gain the weight, right? Because it's related to the coolness, relaxation. and also give you the strength to your digestive system also, reduce the heat, reduce the indigestion problem also. But somebody is having the constipation, they cannot practice. But if somebody is having indigestion issue, then they can practice Shitli and Shitkari pranayam. Both pranayam is good. But yes, idle time during the summer time, during the winter, you cannot practice these two pranayam. So very much important that keep these precautions in your mind, that the temperature, how's the climate, how's the temperature of the room, and there should not be a pollution, air pollution around you, because you have to inhale through the mouth. These two practice, you're gonna inhale through the mouth and exhale through the nostril. Why the Asian yogis same benefit, but why Asian yogis come up with the different kind of technique? Because those who are unable to roll their tongue, in Shitli pranayam, we do like this, like, right? Some people cannot roll their tongue. So for them, they can practice another technique of the Shitakari, that is the practice of the Shitakari, that is hissing breath. You have to join your teeth together like this. There's a big smile, you have to, laughing, and it's very good, no? When you can see your whole teeth together. So you have to join upper jaw with the lower jaw and perfectly join. And then you have to inhale through the air, go between the space between your teeth, and then tongue should be resting on your lower palate.
There is no voice, ma'am.
All of you can hear me now?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So previous practice is different from the today practice. Here, the technique of doing the Shitakari pranayam. So you have to join the teeth together and sucking the air through your mouth. Lips are completely open, but your teeth should be joined together. I'll show you. And tongue should be resting on the lower palate. So air passes through the between the space of your teeth and touch your tongue, and then you get the cool breath. Okay, so it's more like, I'll show you 5 times, and then we're gonna start practicing till yeah, Jagrati.
रिगार्डिंग टाइमिंग, अभी आपने बताया ना कि खाना खाने से पहले करना चाहिए या
हाँ.
अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग वॉट एवर, लेकिन सपोज बिफोर मील ले रहे हैं तो इससे जठर अग्नि मंद नहीं हो जाएगी?
ये प्राणायाम मैंने खाना खाने से पहले नहीं बोला है.
अच्छा, ओके.
हाँ, only abnormal breathing one has to do for in those who are having the indigestion issue, right? Those who are having the bloating issue. Pranayam should be done empty stomach completely. If you remember, when before starting the pranayam, I talked about it. All pranayam should be done empty stomach.
Okay.
Okay. And after pranayam, you cannot eat the food immediately. You require 1 hour or 45-minute break. Immediately, you shouldn't having your meal, any kind of meal, you shouldn't having it. But yes, pre-practice of the breathe pranayam, there's again apply the, especially when we apply the therapy, that time I'll prescribe for the few, individuals, those who are having certain issues. Accordingly, we prescribe them that after breathing, what you should eat accordingly. Okay. But general Generally, nobody should eat before, like when you are practicing, immediately you cannot have your meal. You have to give the break at least 45 to 1 hour, 60 minutes. So body at least absorb, body would be able, because that time your pranic energy is so high. So your body, physical body and mental body completely relaxed. And that is the time you have to do the meditation. After doing the pranayam, you require the part of the meditation, do the samadhi, and then later on you can have your meal, because meal gonna disturb this part. Because immediately if you're eating, you disturb your pranic energy, which is increased by the practicing of the pranayam, and then energy gonna busy in the digestion. So it said that after completing your pranayam practice, that is the best time for do the meditation, or at least give your time there for relaxation. Relax a little bit and then go for your meal.
Thank you.
Okay. So also you should understand these things. Only in the therapy class we prescribe certain things, certain breathing practice for the people who are sick according to their problem. But generally we cannot, prescribe, we cannot allow that after immediately having your practice, finishing your practice of asana, pranayam, one should take the bath or one should take their meal. Even bath shouldn't be taken. Immediately you cannot take the bath after completing your asana practice or pranayam practice, because you're gonna disturb the energy which is accumulated by practicing the asana and by practicing the pranayam. Okay, so these things you have to consider before doing other action, day-to-day routine. So now come to the technique of the Shitakari pranayam. So you're gonna see how you need to practice. I'll show you. So joining your teeth together, and my tongue would be resting on the lower palate, completely resting, and then sucking the air. So have you understand the technique? I'm sucking with my teeth the air, and tongue would be resting on the lower palate. And then when you suck, your chest widely gonna open, air goes into your lungs, and then relax completely, close your mouth, relax your tongue, relax your teeth, and then very slowly exhale through your both nostrils. So these practice we're gonna do the hissing breath or Shitakari pranayam. Any doubt till here? If not, we're gonna start the practicing. So posture, any meditative posture, any posture you can opt. Sukhasan, Vajrasan, Siddhasan, Ardha Padmasan, whatever your favorite posture, you can choose, but make sure your back should be aligned, chin should be parallel to the ground, shoulder relaxed, palm resting on the knee. Correct your alignment of your back, your neck, your shoulder, your palm. Go into the pose. Observe your posture. Now, bring your awareness towards your natural breath. How the breath going in and coming out. Carefully observe your natural breath. Now, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation, deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Inhale and exhale. Before practicing the Shitakari pranayam, do little bit chest breathing. So your chest, your body would be prepared for the Shitakari pranayam. Take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation. Air goes into your lungs expanded, rib cage expanded, diaphragm move towards your belly slightly, belly slightly pop out. Then deep, slow, complete exhalation with awareness. Contraction happen in your lungs, rib cage, diaphragm move towards your lungs. Exhale completely. Keep practicing the chest breathing, the thoracic breathing, where your mind completely connected with each inhalation and exhalation. Keep practicing. Now, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation and exhale completely. And prepare yourself for the Shitakari Pranayam. Join your both teeth together. Rest your tongue on the lower palate and suck the air through your teeth while making the sound of hiss. The hissing sound automatically coming out when you sucking the air through your teeth. Then very slowly relax your mouth. Join your both lips together. Relax your teeth and gradually exhale deeply. Keep practicing. Your teeth should be visible when you are sucking the air. Make sure all the 30 or 32 teeth should be completely visible when you are sucking the air through your teeth. Go with your own pace of sucking the air and taking, exhaling the air. Do not apply much force. Go with your own pace. Inhalation and exhalation. You should be aware of each inhalation and each exhalation. Mind completely focused on the practice, completely aware how you are sucking the air through your teeth, how the air cool downs immediately. Observe very deeply. Very quickly, you can observe your air would be cool down immediately when it touch the tongue. while inhalation. As you exhale, deep, slow, prolonged exhalation through the nostril. Anytime you get tired, you can take the pause and practice the chest breathing, thoracic breathing. And again, when you get your relaxation enough, again start practicing. Fully aware, fully focused. Do not lose yourself in the thoughts. Keep practicing. More you practice, more you will get benefit. Sheetli and Sheetakari Pranayam have the tremendous benefit calming down your system. Immediately you feel complete relaxation, physiological level and psychological level. So keep practicing. Throughout the practice, you should not open up your eyes. You should not move your body. Stillness is very much important when you're practicing the pranayama. But yes, if you find difficulty, slightly you can move in order to relax the muscles of your body. But keep practicing. Now, take your own time. Take your own time to come back to your natural breath. To come back to your natural breath. Take your own time. After finishing your round, come back to your natural breath. And observe what happened in your body. Do you feel slightly change before practicing and after practicing the Shitakari Pranayam? Try to observe the change. Now take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for the 3-time Om and Shanti. Take a deep breath. Oh. Oh. Shanti. 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 Feel the vibration and sensation. Join your both palm. Wrap your palm. Place on your eyes. Feel the warmness. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm. Gently open up your eyes with a great smile. Say Om Shanti. Any difficulty, any problem, any doubt related to the technique? Yeah, Jagrita.
क्रैम्प्स बहुत आ रहे थे फूट में और बहुत क्रैम्प्स आ रहे थे
क्या आ रहे थे?
क्रैम्प बहुत आ रहे थे
वज्रासन में आएंगे, आदत नहीं है ना. I told you it's a difficult posture. You require training for that. ठीक है. Slowly, ज्यादा फोर्स नहीं करना है. जितना कंफर्टेबली सेट हो पाए वज्रासन में उतनी देर बैठे. जैसे 5 मिनट कंफर्टेबली सेट है तो उतनी देर. उसके बाद दूसरा पोस्चर लगा लें, सुखासन या अर्ध पद्मासन, जिसमें भी कंफर्टेबल हो. ठीक है. प्राणायाम में 2 चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है, स्टिलनेस एंड कंफर्ट. ठीक है. कंफर्ट आसन में धीरे धीरे आएगा. कोई भी आसन आप धीरे धीरे उस पे मास्टरी कर पाएंगे. ओके. सो जस्ट कीप प्रैक्टिसिंग, मोर यू प्रैक्टिस. हाँ जाकर
और नींद आने लगी एकदम
नींद तो आपको बहुत आती है. I observe. डेली इस टाइम आपको नींद, शायद आपका नैप टाइम होगा ये, है ना? तो क्या करें, पेट को खाली रखने की कोशिश करें इस टाइम पे, जो भी लंच का टाइम होता है, लंच
खाती
का जो
ही
भी। अच्छा,
खाना
खाते ही
skip
नहीं है।
करते हैं। हाँ, सुबह
हाँ,
नाश्ता करके फिर सीधा रात को डिनर,
अच्छा,
पूरा दिन भूखे
गुड
ही
गुड
रहते।
गुड गुड, अच्छा है ये बहुत अच्छा है। तो अ, तो ऐसा कुछ रख लें आसपास जिससे नींद भागे। अब शरीर को आदत है। I told you when you do the meditation and pranayam, your mind gets sleepy, no? Doesn't allow you to do the practice. वो उसका reaction है mind का. Yeah, it's a reaction of your mind. Make you sleepy. अरे सो जाओ.
Yeah.
Just fall into the sleep. Don't do this practice. It's a reaction of your mind. There is a two reason of falling into the sleep. One, because of food. Certain kind of food make you sleepy. Okay. If you didn't have any food and still you are feeling sleepy during the noon time, it means you are doing certain practice which your mind doesn't like. Mind like for doing the party and doing the other thing. But these practice you are doing for control your mind. That's why it's reacting. It's a reaction of the mind. Stop doing these practice. I want to go for the sleep. So that's why you feel sleepy. Okay. So don't worry about it. Keep practicing. Just make yourself very strong determination should be there. Or go into the sleep. I'll do my practice. So do not surrender to yourself. Okay. Do not surrender to your mind. Keep practicing. And I know this is the very boring part of the meditation and the boring part of the pranayama also. But believe me, this is the best part of the yoga. If you do this practice, you're gonna feel, you're gonna see the tremendous change in you, physical level and mental level, immediately. It's not longer period of time you will get the benefit. No, immediately you see the result. You see the benefit. Okay. So keep
Okay.
practicing there. And if you have another doubt, you can ask me anything.
No.
All is clear. So Om Shanti, meet you at meditation class. Be with me. Mangal
Thank
ho,
you.
bless
Namaste.
you guys.
Om Shanti.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Take care. Om Shanti.